Hey, it's Age here, and today we're taking a look at technical analysis for ELROND with ticker EGLD. Now, first we'll check out some major levels of support and resistance, and then I'll show you some possibilities with Elliott Wave theory. If you want to know the basics of Elliott Wave theory, there's a link on screen right now to learn the basics again. So let's get going. So first, let's just take a look at the corrections overall on this chart. Massive correction here at the July 2019, 98% around there. July 2020, 8%. February 2021, another almost 80%, and currently from the all-time highs of November 2021, around 8% as well. Now, quick glance over the massive growth on arithmetic scale. And as you can see, this is the reason we need to be looking at these things in logarithmic scale. The amount how much these grow is just insane. There's no way to measure any of this on arithmetic scale. What is that? 118,000%. Okay. So yeah, let's get going. There's not much to say about those numbers. They're just unbelievable. But yeah, horizontal levels, some basic weeklies and dailies, and then I'll show you some local. So currently, let's go back to daily time frames so we can actually see something that's relevant. So last low that we made here on April 18th, we tapped a monthly that was established around the start of the month of February that we established, and reverted very nicely upwards. We established another daily here at around $152, and now again just bonking our heads to another resistance level of another daily at 168. Beyond that, if we go through this level, I would be expecting another push to almost $200, where lies another weekly. Now check out this local levels. At that weekly around that 200, there's also the point of control of this area that we have from the all-time highs of November 2021, and that is going to give us some nice resistance as well. It has proven to be a nice area of resistance previously as well. Let's see. Yeah, it almost was resistance here at the high of February 10th as well. Doesn't seem to be much on the previous high of 28th of March. Anyway, there's also around this level, around the last high, there's the 382 retracement level from the all-time highs to the lows of 2020 January or 22nd of January. That was already tested, so I wouldn't keep too much on this one though. So that has to be kept in mind as well. Now let's close this one and check out some larger support and resistance. And as we see here, the VPVR, which is the volume profile, again shown for the whole chart here, the point of control is down here at $1.64. Now we can see that the most volume again is on here, that we were previously at the November area of 2020, and after that we've just been rising, and so much less volume compared to this early parts here. Let's check out volume. What is it saying? Volume has been constantly dying ever since the launch, I guess, which is a bit weird. Would have expected this to be gathering some growth on volume, but apparently not. Everybody just sold here, and I guess unsure how this would be related here. Let's see if we can get some. Well, there is some highs here, but they're nothing compared to the start, so that is why it looks so weird. Some moving averages on daily. We're struggling with them. They're keeping some kind of support and resistance levels. If they don't have any other confluence, I would just ignore them. Not much to say about these. Let's check out a anchored volume. Again, that is not relevant at this moment. Doesn't seem to be acting too much yet, as it is far away. However, this anchored VWAP from the lows of 2020 or 22nd January is somewhere we're currently at, and this is again currently probably is below us, making this a area of support. But yeah, let's continue forwards so we can get the Elliott Wave count shown. So there is a couple of different ones. So this is the first one I want to share, and this is just saying that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the thing that I don't really like about this is that the wave 3 here is nowhere near the 1.618. Wave 1 looks very large on this scale. It is larger than wave 3. Obviously wave 3 is larger than wave 5, but it still looks super extended here. On arithmetic scale though, we can see that wave 3 is massively larger than wave 1, and fifth, again as expected on these exponential and crypto markets, the wave 5 would be super large. And how much did it provide? 900%. That is pretty good. But yeah, that is the reason I didn't like this count. Now the wave 4 is 382 retracement of this wave 3, which is perfect, and then we have another 5-way move up to the 5th, giving us back to the 3rd of primary. At that point we would be looking some kind of correction towards the 382 area again. Usually we are going to be stopping around this 382, the previous wave 4, so this intermediary 4, around the $52 area, of around 50 to 60 area, let's say. Check out some volume profile here, and there is some kind of volume bumps here, a couple of different ones that are going to be shown as support and resistance, even though here giving some support. If we go below here of this 0.5, then this definitely could be something else, and we need to look at this again. But that's overall possibility. Again, another one would be saying this, that this is again a primary one here, creating one of intermediate, one of minor, one of minute, and this could be continued as we haven't come below here, and this could be again 1, 2, so if you really squint your eyes and don't want to believe the most likely scenarios. But yeah, just a flash of Mumbai count. I really don't believe on this myself, but I guess it could be possible. So let's take a closer look into what has been happening ever since the all-time highs. So this move here towards the January 22nd lows, I have this marked as WXY. The ABC here is extended 1.618, or the C wave is extended 1.618, or a bit more than that of the A wave. Then again the next X wave and the C is extended 1-to-1 of the A wave. That is pretty good to me. Again here another zigzag. To me looks like it is a bit weird looking though. This second wave structure here, or 1-2-1-2 structure, is looking a bit weird. It has taken a lot more time than it usually does. but anyway, it can be labeled as such. There's no invalidation here, so it is fine. Extension 1 to 1, which is really good, and extension 1.236 of this whole move from WX to Y. And that brings us to the Y. Now, could this be end of this whole correction? The first measure here is for time, is pulled from the June 2021 to the all-time highs of November 2021, and this correction does not even come to the halfway point or 50% of this move's time. So it would be really unlikely that this is actually the bottom of correction, even if it was just correcting this move. I had marked this as the primary 3 correction, which would make it even more unlikely, as the primary 3 was the size of this. So we would be using this much time compared to this much time that it had to be created for this third wave to be able to be made. English is hard sometimes, but yeah, you get the point. Let's get back to 1 hour. Let's hide this one and now look into this correction. So again, what I'm trying to say is this is most likely just the start of this correction pattern, and that is my bias, that this is not going to be a low of a significant value. Sure, we can climb higher, but that is not my priority or primary count, main count. Now here is another wave structure. So I was trying to get 5 waves into here. I just can't. So I had to be labeling this as ABC into A, ABC into B. We get a nice touch on the 85 for retracement so we can get this into a flat. So many alerts going on now. Of course, they didn't start coming in at the start of the day when actually the markets opened, but an hour and a half later. Oh well, that's life. Again, A, B, C as in micro, and they should be a different color. The extension is 1.382, which is just fine, and this again is marking a start of a correction. Now I've marked this as a W because the extension or the retracement for the next move for the X wave is really small, so it is not applicable for a flat correction. And as this is not a 5-way move, I'm not going to be labeling this as a zigzag because that's just not a thing. So W, I placed A here. It is debatable again. You could be placing A here, saying that this is a flat structure where the B is some kind of 3-way structure, but not really. It doesn't really matter which way you place it, or even if you would like to say that this is like so and create some kind of a WXY here. A 3-way move to me is something like this, or this, but to me it ends here. So that brings us to the X and another zigzag to Y. On a larger scale, zooming out just a bit, this brings us to the highs of February 11th and possibly an A wave. Now, this structure on itself or on its own looks fine. It doesn't seem to be relating to the previous move alone. This has taken so much more time than just this one, so I wouldn't be expecting this move to be linked to this one here. So I'm analyzing this structure as a part of this structure as a larger correction that could be linked to the previous larger correction. So this is the first idea here, saying that again A, B and C. Let me find those that I think I had it here. Yeah, there's B, where's the C? Over here. So this would say again A, B and C somewhere here, and this would say that again C wave would already be done. Now the B wave is coming back to the flat pocket or flat correction zone, 85.4% retracement of this A move, so it is valid for a flat. For this move here in the middle for the B wave, I would label this as a zigzag if we need to look this as a B wave. For the C wave, I've placed this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is definitely not pretty. I would rather look it as an ABC, but we can see some kind of possibility of saying that this is 1, 2, and this would be 3, 4 and 5. And that brings us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here and ending the C. Again, C would be super short, but again would be possible as it has crossed the 0.618 extension. Now the second possibility is this one, where we have another move taking the B wave somewhere here, and after that another C wave somewhere. This would make it so that again B wave would be larger, and would make it possible that this first move here is actually a 5 wave move, as it looks like more impulsive structure. Also, this high here on the 28th of March did not come to the flat area. It is close, but it still is valid for a zigzag, so we could be looking at a 5 wave move next. Now this structure here on the last leg would be a 5 wave move, so it could be said that this could be 1, 2, I think I have it labeled somewhere right here. This could be looked at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get divergence between here, and the third wave again is 1.618 of wave 1. At this point we would be needing to look at for wave 2 and not a completion of this C wave, because we did not come to the 1.618 extension. So at this point it looks like this structure is impulsive, so I would expect a small pullback and then another wave up to create a zigzag into into wave 2. The invalidation is here at the highs of 28th of March, around $214. Anywhere higher than that, this count gets invalidated. Yeah, and that is the second possibility. Now last one that I had on my mind is this one, where we are looking at this structure as something else. Again, this would need to be a 3-way move, as this would be some kind of different structure. Now whether this is actually part of this first one, I'm not sure yet, but as it is currently looking like some kind of possible for a zigzag pattern, again saying that this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're coming back to 1.618 area, it would seem to me that it is more likely to be a zigzag than anything else. And yeah, again, not sure if it is part of the current structure here, but we will see as time moves on and see which one of these is getting invalidated. For this to be invalidated, it would need to take a lot, because there is also the possibility of this being ABC. Did I show it here? No, it's on the next slide, I guess, right here. So this is actually the preferred method I have for this structure in the middle, for this area. Let's just use the borders here. Saying that this is an A, B and C. The wave or third wave of this last C leg comes to 1.618 or a bit larger or higher, and the ABC correction on itself, C wave comes 1.618 at least. There's no need to go higher or lower than 1.618, but again it is close-ish to it. The first leg of the C is marked as expanding diagonal into the first here on this count. But yeah, I think those are the possibilities. Again, I would be looking this structure as a wave 2 for now. If it invalidates, then need to be looking into something else. I'm going to set an alarm there and possibly make an update video if it starts to go higher than that. And most likely create another alert here to create another update if it goes down here. But yeah, I think that's all the things I wanted to share to you today. So if you have another coin you would like me to analyze, let me know down in the comment section below. But for now, I thank you for watching and hopefully see you on the next video as well. Bye bye.